I crawl, thirsty, bitter, so bitter, but I must eat them. The things that grow, they came here in a recent time. The growths are bright, they have a neck, and there is a ball on top of the neck. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 round fans attached. Is this light? This light? This color? I don't know. It makes me think of algae, slime, and moss. I approach a patch of growth and my feeder splits open. They dance when I wrap my tongues around them and rip them out. Bitter, burning. Did they come here because they hate me? Why? I don't understand, but I feed. When I am finished, I crawl back down from the ceiling and lie down in a trickle of wet. A stream. The rocks are sharp and bumpy, but my skin shapes to fit, and my bones shuffle around so they can fit too. Pores open. I drink and I flush. The vines must hate me because they still hurt me after I eat them. They claw my insides, but I relax and let my tubules slacken and droop out of my pores. They fan their plumes into the stream, and I can feel the hurt of the vines drain from my body. Then I eat again. I drain, eat, drain, and eat until my membranes are swollen and full. After that, I can leave the bride and go back into the calm and the soft. I found a toy today. I did not bring it into the bride, but it feels hard and round, but also hollow. There are 2 round holes in the front and a roll of dull pegs at the bottom. I think it's missing a part. I will bring it back to Mother and see what she thinks. It's a challenge to scuttle back down to where I sleep when I'm so full. There is nothing else to be done though. The pointy tips of my legs strain and shiver and my joints ache. Stop, smell, send a pulse. I am at the deep well and I am relieved. The hard cuticle plates on my back pop and release, letting me curl into a ball. It's a strain to fit my swollen organs inside, but I do, and I roll forward, off into the shaft. It hurts to hit the ground again, but I am okay. I uncurl and follow the path home with sound and smell. Now it's easy because Mother has started to smell very strong, and she hasn't moved in a long time. That makes me happy. My pedipalp sends a membrane ahead, which I carefully slice through, and when I am inside, I excrete from my glands to seal it back up. Mother, why won't you come and help me? And my sisters, I cannot hold off the bride all by myself. She's sleeping. I hope she will be okay. I nestle the new toy in her tail and curl up beside her. My sisters must be outside. They will come back, I know it, so I sleep. We sleep. The growths do not taste good. They do not make me feel less hungry, so I still have to find food. For me, for Mother. My sisters are probably doing the same. I know, but the hunger is bad and the vines are bad. Below. Must go down. There are spiders and worms and curly bugs in the dry, but not many. Better to go below into the wet. I don't know how far down the world goes. It is filled with the wet because all streams go there and I can only breathe the wet for so long until I start to choke and drown. It's worth the risk. I catch lots and lots of crunchy bugs that can live in the wet, big or small, slender or stout. They are all very tasty. Sometimes they pinch me on the inside with their little claws after I have swallowed them. They do not bother me like the vines do, but I get scared of getting stuck down in the wet. Not even Mother would know what happened to me. Mother, Yes, I hold some of the crunchy bugs in my feeder and carry them back home for Mother. I leave them by her and I start to feel bad because I know where I have to go next. Up. Climbing the great well is always easier when I have eaten. I am up in no time and can already see the bride, like steam from the warm vents, but cold. There is more. It doesn't make sense. I eat as much as I can, and when I come back, there's always more than the time before. I'm trying to stop, but I don't know if I can, and I do the only thing I can think. And eat, rip, and tear until I am unable. Flush out my pores. Hurt is gone. Eat some more. Flush. Full. I go home again. Roll into the shaft and all the way down. I get half the way back home to Mother, but the hurt has come back. I don't know why. Why is it hurting? I flushed them out. A pressure builds up inside me. Up my foregut until I can feel it pushing out against my feeder. I cannot hold it. Feeder splits and violent bubbling acid comes flooding out all over the ground. Bits of chewed vines float around in the puddle. I don't think they are dead yet. Not all of them. They are still bright. Oh no. The bride, it's trickling down. Down the steep tunnel and down towards home. No, no, no. What if my sisters run into it? Will they hate me? Maybe they will help me. Maybe. Need to get home. I wake up. Where am I? Not home. I cannot smell Mother. It's so bright and... Oh, no, no, please, no, no, no. The bits of growth that escaped me are still there, but there are more of them. They are spreading, and they keep going in a line down the tunnel. I spring to life and claw my way up the walls and onto the ceiling, and I crawl towards home. I do not want to touch the groves. I can't anymore. They are scary. I keep going. The bride shows me something at the inside of the tunnel. I think it's one of my sisters, but she isn't moving, and she's very, very thin. The bride must have frightened her terribly. I cannot get her to move and to come home with me. I will leave her for now. It is so good to see you. Finally, I reach the end. They haven't reached my home, and when I pass them and go around a few corners, I cannot see the bride anymore. Mother is still there. Mother is okay. It's okay. For now, it's okay. Don't worry about the bride, Mother. I will hold them back. Sleep. Wake up. Dive into the wet and catch food. It is much easier to catch the crunchy bugs. They aren't fighting back as much. I don't know why. They just feel weaker and they have a sour taste. Climb out, eat, bring food to Mother, then climb back up the tunnels, up the great shaft to the bride. When I get there, I see the bride hasn't grown much further, and I feel better. Still, I have to keep going until they leave my world forever. Before I start ripping them up, I freeze. A noise. I've never heard this noise before, so it frightens me. It sounds loud and heavy and... What is that? Oh no, 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 no! Please, no! The above has broken apart, smashed through. Something's up there. Strange creatures I've never seen before. They look terrifying. All fleshy and moving on two legs. Hard, colorful, shiny shells on their head and bodies lined with silvery strips that blind me. I have to get away. Run away. Get away. But I can't move. I'm too scared. The big pointy spiral is ripping apart the rock above me. The above. The world is broken and collapsing. And the creatures are pointing down at me. They are going to eat me. I whip around and scamper away. The hard clacking of my legs have never been so loud. The ground shivers again, a sound like the world exploding, and I am showering rocks and boulders. Faster, nearly there. I am nearly at the shaft, and then I can go home and rest with Mother, and a big heavy rock lands on my lower body. So heavy and with a crushing force. It hurts. It hurts so much. So much worse than the vines ever hurt me. Luckily, it rolls off me and I disappear into the tunnel as fast as I can. I am terrified. It hurts so bad, but I want to live. I don't want to get eaten. I don't remember how I got home. 6, maybe 8 or 9 of my back legs won't move. They won't listen to me. It doesn't matter though. They are broken and twisted and my spine is crooked. I remember falling down the shaft, but I couldn't roll into a ball and it hurt even more. I'm leaking. You still won't help me. Please, Mother, it hurts. Stop it hurting. Sisters? Sleep. Yes, the sleep will make it go away. Sleep heals. Sleep. I do not wake up. No, it is something else that wakes me. Something that isn't me. I'm not sure what it is at first until I roll my joints and look at the door of my home. Not the bride, but the suggestion of it. It's near. I try to get up on my feet. Instead, I crash back down. That's right. My back legs are ruined. So I drag myself to the door and cut through membrane. The second I exit, I collapse from fright. The bride is here. It's right outside. Grown all the way down from the tunnel up. No. What did I do to them to deserve this? I can't remember a long time after that. Panic. Rip. Tear. Scream. When I am back, I see that most of the bride is ripped up. I don't know if it's dead though, so I scoop up as much of it as I can and slide down the wet. I dive in, down as deep as I can go and dump the vines. I'm too weak, so it isn't very far into the wet where I dumped them. Everything hurts. I hurt. The water hurts. It burns. I climb back out of the wet, hard to breathe. My spiracles are blocked with pus and lifeblood. I'm so tired and I want to sleep forever. When I get home, I freeze again and start to cry out. There are echoes from up the tunnel, bad noises. The two-leg monsters are coming with their giant claw or tooth, and another rumble, a loud blast. They are closer than I thought. I can see dust falling from above. I can't let them. I won't let them. I won't let them take Mother. How to hide? How? I know. I move up the tunnel a bit and start secreting out of my neck glands. First, a membrane from side to side, up and down until the membrane blocks the tunnel. Then I do it again and again and again until it is so tough I can't slice through it. When my glands run out, I crawl around the membrane, licking it with all my tongue so it can start hardening. It's hard. I can only move with my front legs, but I do it anyway. When I am too tired to go on, the membrane is already looking and feeling stony, just like the walls of the tunnel. I still sense the bad noises, but I can't hear them, and I can't see the bride on the other side. We are safe now, Mother. She is still sleeping, so tired. I will sleep next to her. I think I slept for too long. At least the bride didn't wake me this time. Hungry, my body is pulsing and it's hot. My legs, my spine, swollen and stinking, smelling more like Mother. So hungry. I ache with the hunger. I have to go into the wet for food. I don't have a choice, so I go. I catch the crunchy bugs. They don't fight back. Maybe they're all sleeping, but they're all limp and floppy. I dive further and find out why. It doesn't matter what I do. Everything, anything I do, the bride does not care. It has seeded again and overtaken the wet. It's bursting with the bride, and it's so much worse than seeing it through the wet. Split and bursting into my eyes. So bright I can still see it through my closed eyelids. I can feel them in the wet around me. Their hurt, their hate. It burns more than I've ever felt, even more than my legs and my spine. I nearly don't make it out. The hurting bride makes my limbs go numb and my eyes sting and blur, but I crawl out of the wet, clicking and whimpering, dragging my useless legs behind me. I choke on the food as I eat it. Useless, useless, useless. Bad noises, bad bride, 2 legs, giant teeth, giant mouth. I can't bear it. Inside, seal the membrane, go to mother, bring her the food I have called for her and leave some for my sisters. To mother, my sisters, just need to eat, to live, that is all. I never should have gone away from here, never should have climbed up. Nearly there, mother, nearly. I am woken up again and I know why. Before I even look, I know the bride is right outside. So much, so many I can see through the membrane. It's not fair. I don't have the strength to fight it now, not anymore. There is no point. Even before the rock fell on me, I couldn't fight back. Not really. The bride is growing. I can see it growing in front of me. I trace the vines and they go back down to the wet. The wet is just a tangle of bride and vines now. My barrier in the other tunnel is still there, still protecting, but I can hear the bad noises, the 2-leg things. They know where I am and they're coming. Why does everyone hate me? It isn't fair. I am trapped, both sides. Walls, no walls, closing in, falling down. I just go back inside with mother. With the bride outside my door, I can see her, and I can see my sisters too. They've come back. I must not disturb them. They are sleeping, healing, yes. Still thin, still gooey, but healing. They are still. Wait, mother isn't healing. Why isn't it working? The sleep? She's so thin. And the color. Her skin is covered in patches of bad color and she hasn't eaten any of the food I brought her. I try to take care of her and clean her of my tongues, but the taste is awful. Pressure inside me comes back and pushes out of my feet in a gush of fluid and chewed up bugs. Mother. She doesn't move. I'm scared. Mother. Am I alone? No, stop it. Help mother. I have to. Without her, I will get hungry and sad. I try to help her. I try to put her head back on her body, but it keeps falling off and rolling away. I try to slide her scale in tight and join her bones back together. Moist and brittle under my padded labs and smelling worse than ever before. Why won't you talk to me? Why? If you're hungry, then eat. Mother. Sisters, are you there? It feels like a long time before I can think again. Did I sleep? Am I awake now? It's hard to tell. I hear the noises, the bad noises, except they aren't bad anymore. They don't scare me. I just listen to them, wonder what's making them and where the 2-leg creatures came from. They broke through the above, but from where? Itchy, tail, legs, spine, itchy and pulsing and swelling so much they're going to burst. Maybe the two legs already found me and are eating me. I can't tell. No, wait. There are curly 100 black bugs and spiders living at my legs. I feed them, but don't see anything. Do I see? I don't know what I see. The bright, the dark. I don't understand the difference anymore. My thinking, thoughts, outside of me, still mine, but not in me. There is one that is not mine. I hear it or think it. The dark is all she has ever known. I call out because it could be Mother. It couldn't be anyone else but Mother. I can't see her. The bed sounds are louder. I can't see the bride, but I know it's growing over me now. Growing into me, into my spores and spiracles. Can't breathe. Hurts. The child was never meant to see the light, but perhaps this was inevitable. She blames herself. I did. Not now. At least I don't have to fight anymore. I can't. There is nothing I can do now, and that feels good. The bride can have everything if it wants. Let go, little one. The itching won't stop. I thought I would never see it again, but I see one more thing. I see it sharp and focused, lying on the ground in front of me. It is the toy, the gift I brought back from Mother. Round and hard, pale and cracked. I stare and blink into its 1, 2 empty sockets, and they look back into every one of my eyes. It's a face. Mother's. Mine. A blanket of warm, dark and quiet wraps around me, and the itching is gone, but I keep staring into the face and its empty eyes, lying there next to me. I think it's still missing a piece. Like me. My eyes start to close one by one, and in my head I smile, because I am not alone.